We on.
All right. We like to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kwadash.
Double honors to our apostles, our bishops, our elders, and the Akim that's pushing this truth for our week in and week out. All right. So yeah, you know, we're gonna, Lord willing, we're gonna prophesy it, and also we gotta maintain our spirit. We gotta hold our composure in the world, man, because you got demons that jump on these people that try to get us out of character. All right. We could be protecting ourselves, keeping ourselves from danger, also by conducting ourselves right, because we're at war. You know, and we gotta be the spirits. The scriptures say we gotta be strategic, maintain our spirit, control over our spirit. All right, you got it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
Yeah, soft answer, like you being strategic, and you also to stop wrath. You giving you being calm and collective with a soft answer instead of arguing and you know what I mean, and trying to be tough or things like that. You know, that's disarms a person in their aggression most of the time.
It says the tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness.
Yeah, because your tongue, that shit is a weapon that causes destruction. It can get you in trouble, land you in prison, land you in the grave.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Gotta back him up with that. You got more? That's it, man. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. No, 15, verse 18. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife.
That's right. He that's slow to anger. You keep your composure. You're not fueling the next man's anger, because he got demons he's trying to act out. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And you disarming that.
I'm gonna read it again. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 18. A wrathful man stirreth up strife.
Yeah, so if you matching that same person's temperature, you know, y'all gonna clash. Y'all gonna clash, you know what I mean? Because that's what he's looking for. That's what that he or she, that's what that person, and mainly the men, that's what they're looking for.
It says, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife.
That's right, but you won't, if you slow to anger, you disarm that. You know, you disarm that. It's another word I was looking for, but I'm gonna use disarm. Okay.
That's right. And then another way a man can appease wrath of another individual is with a soft tongue. This is in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 2. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge upright.
Yeah, using knowledge upright. So you're gonna be strategic. You're gonna use knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right.
You're gonna talk your way out of a situation that you don't want to be involved in.
You're gonna be diplomatic.
That's right. It says, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
Yeah, but a fool, you gonna argue back to back. Let's say like situation like me. I was at the job. That's not my turf. So I'm in a different surroundings. You know, I was stern with my answer. You know what I mean? But I wasn't fueling the situation. You know what I mean?
There's another precept. It says, arguing back and forth don't benefit nobody. It says, a wholesome tongue. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit.
That's right. So you can't be feuding and arguing, especially if somebody that's want to crash out. You know what I mean? Me, in my situation, I was stern with what I said. Basically on the job, there was a misunderstanding. Someone thought like it was a door that wasn't in the building I work in. You got addicts moving in and out. So one dude, he got mad. I called my coworker to make sure he didn't block the door to let people in. He said no, so I let him know like it wasn't nothing on our end. It's your tenants. You know what I mean? I said, you're tenants. You know, maybe I could have said it a different way, but I didn't yell him or nothing. I just let him know, you know, and he seen I wasn't weak or whatever, but still gave a soft answer. You know what I mean? Fearless though, and he didn't like that, but he couldn't feel it. He said his little threat. He seen that wasn't moving me or nothing. So, you know, he said this little slick remark, but I knew that he was trying to show face. You know what I mean? And he gonna apologize when I see him again. That's how it's gonna be.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus of Sirach 65. Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings.
That's right. So you kind, you're friendly, you're not disrespectful, and you conduct yourself in the right manner. You know what I mean? That basically, you don't create enemies. You know what I mean? You don't create enemies. You're not rude.
This is Proverbs 16.
You know how to speak to people.
Right. That's right, brother. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 14. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it.
Yeah, wise man will pacify it. Just like a scenario with that movie 300. The dude was talking to Leonidas, and he was Xerxes' messenger, but he didn't know how to speak correctly. You're going to another ruler, a warrior king. You gotta be humble and like, yo, this is, you know,
You gotta know the customs.
Yeah, you gotta know the customs. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much, that's how we conduct ourselves in the world. We not cowards, we not pushovers, but we're gonna speak to you. We're gonna speak to you respectfully, and we're gonna demand the same respect. You know what I mean? You don't gotta be on some threatening shit, but
yeah, that dude,
you know?
The messenger in 300,
disrespectful.
His custom, a woman ain't supposed to speak at all around men. But in Sparta, that's like, oh, you talking bad down to my queen. And I ticked them off, got him emotional. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna risk this whole land.
But the dude was right.
About my woman.
He was right.
He was right, but
You gotta hold his tongue, but you gotta hold his tongue.
You gotta hold your peace. You gotta know the custom of the land. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna, you know, it's like you going, let's say you go to these Greeks. You the Greek ruler, a Greek king, you're like, why you don't got no fucking beard on your face? he gonna look at you crazy, like, what?
What are you talking about?
Even though you're right.
Yeah, but he don't care.
Now you might be spun upside down, hanging from the tree somewhere with your beard.
Just to add to what you're saying, with that situation, it was a how you say like a two-hand fall, right? The messenger spoke out of term by not, you know, a soft answer turned away wrath, but then King Leonidas acted emotionally, saying he's going to risk just the life of his whole country, where he said the man who can't control the spirit is like a city without walls. So, you know, both of them wasn't moving according to the scriptures. At the end of the day, they both end up perishing.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, can I say another example? I was doing a little side hustle, you know. Sometimes you work and you do a little side legal one. I was putting up flyers in an area that I don't live. So how I came in, dude was like, yo, he said, yo, you lucky how you was moving, man. You know where you at? Because how I took my book bag off, and I was pulling the flyers out. It made it seem like I could have been an op or a stick-up dude, and then I diffused the situation. I was like, I'm moving like an 80-year-old man.
Yeah.
I'm like moving real slow. If I was coming aggressive, it would have been quick.
Yeah.
He was like, it's still no matter. I was like, yo, you got it, man. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna take some pictures, all right? He was like, cool. Take pictures to show that I did the work, you know, putting up the flyers. But yeah, like diffusing situations, man, you know what I mean?
Proverbs 15 and 18. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeases strife.
Yeah, he that slow to anger. Like you don't jump out of character. You don't let nobody trick you out of your freedom or your safety, or putting you in, because it could either go, you could wind up on top, or you get locked up, or he win and you hurt all day. injured.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's how come too. Like in the ancient world, they would associate wars with like young kids.
Yeah.
Like a young startup guy that haven't really been through
Yeah.
wars and shit and see the real cost of it.
Yeah.
We'd be quick to. But the older guy, he'll like, you know what I'm saying? Younger nigga looking at him like, oh, he's weak now and shit. But he's really like, nah, shit. Like I've been there, done that.
And you gotta be wise because might could defend yourself against him, but you're in his territory. Same goes. You're not gonna see a brother getting harmed. You're gonna help that brother.
Yeah.
He got people that care about him or people he cool with.
All right.
You know what I mean? So you gotta be smart.
You got people that mouth off at their bosses and then get, oh, why he fired me? Like, you was talking mad crazy to your boss.
They tell me that too. Like listen, like look, all right, like you my supervisor in the job. They be wanting, look, man, like you tell me, yo, could you do me this solid, even though I finished one of my tasks already? They really want me to go say, no, I ain't doing that. That ain't my time. Nah, man. What if I need you to do me a favor one day? Or it's like it's not smart. I'm not hurting him. He gonna get me now. He gonna put me on disciplinary act where he might have me doing some straight up slavery shit for a few hours that whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? It's not smart.
Verse James chapter 1 verse 19. It says, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Yep, swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Yeah, that's why you gotta listen before you respond real quick. Like another instance, ground supervisor while I was working, I pulled out some mattress and box springs that somebody had in the staircase, and I dragged it out. She wanted me to drag this shit around the whole building. A ground supervisor came in with the bobcat, and she told me, she said, next time could you put that over there? I said, I pointed, I said, I took that just out the building. It was in the back way. She was like, she said something similar. Yo, just listen what I'm saying, what I responded. I pointed again, but I didn't say that. I was like, you got it. I said, you got it. You know what I mean? I said, you got it. You know, even at, see a female, I said, you got it. And I ain't say nothing else because it's like, she's not my immediate supervisor, but she could try to get me written up or be slick or some stupid shit. I'm talking about shit.
This is James with the 1 verse 19.
No, 1 and 9 he was reading.
1 and 9. He said 1 and 19.
19 part of it. I got it.
It's 1 and 9. Wherefore, my beloved, this is James with the 1 verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Just assess the situation. Don't say nothing. Let everything process. A soft answer, and then that's it. You know what I mean?
For the verse 20, for the wrath of men worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted.
Being humble, meekness, being humble. You know, look, man, we ain't gonna be out here having feuds with people unnecessary. You defend yourself when somebody's coming in your area, you know what I mean? But other than that, whatever, you know? Or you could just let them keep speaking. Don't even say shit.
Exactly.
More there, bro?
It says, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive the meekness and the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls.
Because his word is instructions, it's laws, everything to conduct yourself in this world, man.
It says, this is the last part.
I think through that word superfluity goes into like residue. So all like the old shit you did, like maybe you was a rowdy cat in the world. Now it's a new guy and I can't do that.
Yeah.
You gotta put up all of the residue or superfluity of the shit you did prior to coming in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it says, this is the last book. It says, verse 22, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only deceiving.
Yeah, so we gotta practice what we preach. You know, I can't say I can't say on camera and around you brothers, be humble, don't be out here engaging in fights, and then I'm doing the exact opposite. You know what I mean? I'm doing the exact opposite of what I'm saying. You know, I stand up for myself, but I don't like start trouble. You know what I mean? I stand up if I didn't do nothing wrong, y'all. That wasn't me, blah blah blah. That's it. And but
I already know you.
no, back and forth. And the scripture say not to be doing that.
This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise."
You gotta circumspect, know your surroundings, know where you're at, know the not being no one's business, but know the environment and atmosphere you're at. What kind of rowdy people these are. This person's a troublemaker. This, you gotta know what's going on around you. Even if you're not involved in it, you just gotta be a circumspect, knowing the times, current events, and just knowing the niggery where you're around. You know, knowing on the job too, how these people high-tempered, how your supervisors are. You know what I mean? Listen, man, you're not gonna argue with it. Yeah, on your job. Remember the brother say the mini masters. I'm a one good barmaid years ago. The mini masters. Your supervisor is like a master of you on that setting. Like, there's a supervisor, you're gonna show him respect. You're not being a kiss ass, but you're there to do a job. You're not there to go on the arguments. It's not a soap opera. You're not there. You're there to do a task. And then you have other. I'm going on, man. But you know what I'm saying.
Proverbs 21:23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
Yep, you keep yourself out of trouble, man, because you're not engaging. You got some people that just go out, just look for trouble. They having a bad day, shit ain't going right for them in life, and they want to make people feel the same way.
Yo, bro. Back in the world, remember the next shit was popping? Brunch, where you at? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yo, I remember.
Got a lot of people in trouble.
Yo, bro, back in the day when I was, young and shit, I wasn't super wild, but these niggas was like, yo, let's go rob some shit downtown. I was like, all right, whatever, let's go. But it's like this brother said, you just still got jakes like that, just looking to catch a lick or some wild shit, run off with your headphones.
I ain't really with that, you know what I mean?
I mean, I never did it.
Yeah.
I never did that shit. I never did this, but I'm just using an example. Like, I was around these niggas that, like, I look back, like, yo, you just have wild niggas like that.
Yeah.
Like, just like, I'm just gonna rock, like, I'm gonna rob the headphone, I'm gonna rob whatever. Like, really going downtown to just cause strife and trouble, or even waiting for a nigga to pop off on them. So you
Put it in there.
we're good, bro. Most of the guys we grew up with, me and Palau, Taylor, niggas either locked up, dead, or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
See what I mean?
Niggas is wild, man. But I got another one. Going back to the tongue, Proverbs 18:1. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Yeah, death and life in the power of the tongue. The disputes, the mouthing off. You know what I mean? Those things, like, you gotta give a soft answer. You gotta know your battles, man. You know, even if you know you can handle yourself in a situation, still you deflect it if you can, if possible.
How many times niggas have got killed because they woman was mouthing off?
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to calm the situation. Mm-hmm. Yo, one time some chick, she told me, she was just like, yeah, we was with some niggas was trying to talk to me, something like that, and the guy was just like trying to make shit cool and calm everybody down. It was working, and she was like, fuck that, I ain't gonna be with no pussy. So I said, and she got the nigga beat up and shit, she was laughing about it.
Yeah, that's, you know what I mean? Like,
I ain't gonna be no pussy. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with calming this shit down? Like,
yeah, man.
A lot of women will, make the shit, advocate the shit more, and put more fuel to the flame.
Try to draw attention to the
that shit is not
situation.
good.
Make
So-
a scene, right?
Yeah,
says,
but you got also men that were raised by these women that think that's how you're supposed to handle a situation.
Now you gotta quell that shit,
You
man.
gotta call it. That's real manly, not like yo fuck that nigga. That's how women act emotional. You
This is
gotta,
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise."
Not as fools, man. Fools gonna get into quarrels, man. Time is ticking. You risk that slip of the second. That 1 second, you could be on the floor, hurt, dead, or in jail, man. That split second,
Can I
man.
say something real quick? You got a woman that's being combative and trying to argue with another man. You like, listen, sweetie, let's just leave this shit alone. If she don't want to do it, she calling you, oh, I need a man to protect me, you pussy. Okay, all right, I'm gonna leave you alone. You gonna stay argue with this nigga, he gonna put hands on you, and you gonna wind up getting fucked up. I'm gonna walk away. And then don't call me pussy, and call me this, call me that, because that's why the call the violence, because, you know, a wicked man is eager to shed blood and you know, and go to strike, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not with that. I'm trying to quell violence. But these women, sometimes you got a lot of women out there that they like to, you know, amp up the situation, get in the man's face, and then what they do is they get in the man's face. I got you. They call their brother or their cousin or their uncle or their man to come take care of their battles, what they started, and somebody end up being dead or in jail or both.
It's a losing situation. And Akim know that because let's say you on the winning end. You on the winning end. You hurt that man or something, she gonna tell on you. You get injured, or you get locked up and you losing your crib and your job because you locked up. These things, any way you become on the losing end.
Or because the woman was running her
If you
mouth
think about it.
and not being in order. And a lot of women are like that. They're getting a man's face. And then when the man put hands on them, or they thought they was violent, the man started saying shit that they know was true. This because words hurt. So a man would say some shit to a woman, and the woman like, I got you. She step outside, call her brother, her uncle, or cousin, or whoever she's gonna
Happens all
call.
the time.
And unless you know, somebody's being put in the grave, or somebody's going to jail, or both.
Yeah, see.
And now she's like, okay, I had men fighting for me. Now she's gonna go and do the same thing over and over again. And she gonna learn from that shit. She gonna feel sorry like that. I got this nigga locked up. I got this nigga killed over my words, over me
She gonna
being
get a rush over.
over me being, disrespectful and overexertive with my comments and what I was saying. Nah, she ain't gonna hold accountability for that shit. She gonna do that like, she gonna look at it like, you know what? I had these niggas, they went out for me. And she gonna do that to another person.
I wanted to add, because lately the other brother Shaman been saying, there be times where the Lord would just have a wicked nigga come in your path just for you to curse him. Just going into the power of the tongue, right? This is 2 Kings 2:23. I'm gonna read it in the GNT. Elisha left Jericho to go to Bethel, and on the way some boys came out of Salat. Elisha just left Jericho to go to Bethel, and on the way some boys came out of town and made fun of him.
Call him bald man.
Right?
Yeah.
Get out of here, Baldy, they shouted.
No respect for elder or the men of the Lord. So what he did was he put curses on him.
Yeah, right? Verse 24. Elisha turned around, glared at them, and cursed them in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yep.
Then 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore 42 of the boys to pieces.
Tore their asses to pieces, and we know them bears got strength, and they quick, and they're fast,
And it was-
and they attack coming down.
And it was bigger back then.
And they stand on their 2 legs. And
You hear the bull in the bear market. The bulls, bulls go down.
With
And
these
no, the bears go down and the bulls go up. That's why you get the term in stocks, bull and bear market. You know what I mean? But the bears, I'm sorry.
No, you're right. That's not all I'm going to say is a bear will stand up on its two hind legs. It's not fighting you on the two hind legs. You know? And people, and bears are strong.
They knock the spirit out of you.
They got them big ass claws.
But these women want to choose the bear.
And one spot, you have women. If you in the forest with a bear and the black man, you know, what would you choose? I choose the bear. Okay, choose the bear. You know.
And he ain't Yogi Bear. I'll tell you that.
He ain't Yogi. You right.
Sirach 28:17. The stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. What happened to them kids?
That's a weapon.
They got their bones.
42 of them by 2 she-bears, man.
That tongue, man, that tongue gets you in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? You know, look at Bo Green from Godfather 2.
Yeah, it's a small tongue.
That was 1 or 2. It was 1, right? Or 2? It's 2.
That was 1. Bo Green.
It was 2. It's 1. Yeah, it's 1.
It says, and many have fallen by the edge of the mouth.
Yeah, the mouth, the words is a weapon. You saying the wrong shit. You know what I mean? You might be saying stuff around violent people or people that like to crash out, and jail is nothing to them.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about it earlier about the customs, right?
Yeah.
Like, you want to go on a job, you're like, I can't stand these fucking faggots, man. You're not going to say that. Of course not.
Hell no.
Because the custom of this land, you lose your job real quick, man. You got people that...
That's called sexual harassment.
And you got people that destroyed their political careers or regular careers just for saying logical shit.
Perfect example. One of her supervisors where I live at, she's she's in the women, right? And she's on the rougher side of the equation.
Butch.
One of my supervisors, you know, I don't know how this came about. They were just fucking around, but still, they was like, yo, you got something against the LGBTQ community? I said this, I said, I lied, I had to supplant. I said, listen, long as they say who they are, you know, as long as they tell me who they are, I'm on the job, I'm in the office. As long as they tell me who they are, and they be upfront with who they are, nah, it ain't no problem. You know what I mean? Then they asked me, is my childhood friend, is he one of them or whatever? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know. He said, well, what you got? How you don't know? I said, I don't know. You know what I mean? He's not, but I said, I don't know. They try to trap me up. Like, because we had that goes under the sexual harassment class and discrimination class.
And they make you
I'm not going back there again. I was there the whole day.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
I was there the fucking whole day. I'm not going back there. You know what I mean? I'm not going back there, even though you get paid for the full day. I don't want to go there.
Now, but they make you take that class because that's mandated by the state of New York and other states. So what they do is they make you take these classes, and sexual harassment is a motherfucker. That's why, and they tell you can't say me and more. And I got a lot of Hispanic people on my job, and they be like, how you doing, me and more? It's me, my love. But they say you can't really say that because that's like, somebody can take that offense to that. And you got one woman, some dude was like, hey, how you doing? Good morning, sweetie. And she went to HR. She called me sweetie. And they was like, okay, well, you know, they gave him written up. I'm like, I looked at him like, yo, that's some piece of shit to do. Oh, I got a man. I don't need another man calling me sweetie. But that was some innocent good morning, sweetie.
Nah, yeah, they say that.
But you know, if you just said good morning, me and more, it probably been different. He said good morning, sweetie. She got mad and got offended because he called her sweetie and went to HR and got him written
It's
up.
because she didn't find him attractive. That's why.
Look, men don't really go to HR for shit like that. It's women, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if a man is getting sexually assaulted so-called by a woman, it's like, in his head, that's a win.
Hell
You know what I'm saying? But it's on the flip side now, they're catering to these women to the point you can't say shit, you know?
Well, is this sexual harassment? I'm chilling on my job and this shit come behind me and just grab my ass.
Yeah, it is.
Is that sexual harassment?
It is. And she would get fired if he went to
But did I
HR.
report her? I took it like you said. I was like, oh shit.
And you want shit? What's crazy? If you report that, God's gonna look at you like, you guys a faggot or something?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just walking by. She was like, yo, I was in the computer. She just was like, yo, Pat. And I was like, what the fuck? She was like, she was like, and and walked away. I'm like, oh shit, this bitch is crazy, you know what I mean? But I ain't, that's sexual harassment. Had I did it to her, I'd have lost my job, you know what I mean?
And went to jail for
Her
assault.
job, but people would have been looking at you like, damn, why you
No,
doing
but
that?
I didn't report it. But it'd have been the other way around. She'd have, and I'd have did it
Right,
to somebody
right,
else.
right,
She'd have
right,
reported
right.
it.
Yeah,
I'd have lost my job, bro.
And you got locked up for sexual assault.
Yeah.
And it would have been on your record. Employment record.
Yo.
Things lopsided, brother. I mean, shit. That's just going to the wicked ass society we're in, and you know that's what we're talking about, brothers. You can't be full-time camp mode talking about them sexual harassment. The statutes ain't righteous. You're not gonna do it.
And we gonna know the scoffers gonna say something about that, but yo,
Deal with it. You know what I mean?
scoffers gonna say something about that. But if I'd have been like, yo, man, if I'd have been like, yo, they faggots, they gonna get burned by nuclear destruction. They would have been like, they would have wrote that down.
All right, I'm serious. Huh?
Okay.
They would have wrote that shit down, yo.
That chick, right?
I'm telling you, they
I
would've
wrote
wrote
like
that
the
down.
report up, right?
Yeah,
She
let's-
grabbed my shit.
Let's get back to this.
They would've
But I
wrote
ain't
that
do that,
down.
man.
All right, so it says, Sirach 28:17, the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones, and many have fallen by the edge of the mouth.
Yep.
Happy is he that is defended from it, and have not passed through the venom thereof.
Yeah, so yo, no, that poison, that venom, and that slip of the tongue, man, you gotta be strategic. Now,
That's right.
now, I said a lie. Somebody, a scoffer might be like, yo, why would you do that? But look, man, I'm two supervisors. They gonna note that down, and they damn sure gonna go tell that shit. You know what I mean? Them playing or not, they gonna you know, cause a lot of times they'll say stuff like so-called joking, and then they'll do what they
Behind your
joking
back.
about. Yeah,
Behind
you
your
know?
back, you know what I'm saying? But,
You know?
I mean, like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot, when that woman slapped my ass, she was playing with me, and then when I looked at her, she was like, and walked away. She kissed at me, walked away, but I'm like, damn, you know?
they
and I
do
ain't
a
say
lot of
nothing.
shit, man.
But guess
They'll
what?
grab your waist and all
But guess
that.
what? Now, had I would have did that to her or somebody else, but I know she wouldn't do that to me because I kind of feel that, you know, she's feeling me in some way, but she's not my type. But I'm not going to, you know, get into that. But had I did that to somebody else, pow.
Oh,
And walked away,
yeah.
kissed at her.
Do
5
not
minutes
pass
later,
go, do
5
not
minutes
collect
later, I'd have been
200.
caught to HR over the microphone, and or even my walkie-talkie, and I'd have been and I'd have got fired on the spot.
Yeah.
And the police waiting for me.
Now you would have pick up a chance card, go to HR, and do not pass go. Do not collect 200.
You going to jail and you getting fired.
Got it.
Proverbs 16:32, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
Yep, he that slow to anger. You're not reactive. You're not reactive. I would look. I'll process shit a little late than my peers in the world. I'll be like, yo, did this motherfucker just say that? Well, yo, hold on. Let me. You know.
16 and
But
32.
you got the reactive people. They just swing on. They just swing. They just go wild. You heard me? But that's not the right way to go.
I don't know.
You know, I started noticing like all the, like, you know, in the world, the tough guys say, yo, I'm this, I'm that, and you get in a fight. You get in a fight with them. You wind up being the ones in the booking, and the tough guy don't get locked up, and you be looking like, damn, how the fuck I'm here? You know, the Lord. How many times the Lord gonna pull you out that situation? You
It
know?
says, and he that ruleth his spirit is he that taketh the city.
Yep, and he that ruleth his spirit, you know, because a person that don't have rule over their spirit is like a defenseless city, one that can be conquered, one that don't have, that's not heavy guarded with walls.
I got it. It's Proverbs 25 and 28. Let me make a point too when it says, and he that ruleth his spirit, and he that taketh the city, because when you take a city, you're conquering another man. But it's harder to conquer yourself.
Yeah,
So if you're able to do that, you're greater than somebody that could conquer another man.
that's how people get caught in the investment world. When they learn the technicals and fundamentals and all that, it's one thing they overlook. It's mental intelligence and being strategic in their emotions. A lot of people, FOMO, fear of missing out, or reactive too fast. You know, and that's what, in the investment world, that's what gets a lot of traders.
That's how you get hurt. I'm thinking experience.
Lose your shirt.
Real quick. Proverbs, yeah, it's true. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls.
Yep. Somebody can easily set a snare for you. You go crash dummy. You're a crash dummy like one of them cars, them dummies that used to be in the cars. They had the commercial.
Yeah.
You're a crash dummy. You know. Look at this. It's a fake scenario, but it's real. What's the name? Sonny Santino from The Godfather, man.
He was emotional,
Right.
He was, and it led to his death. He was emotional, and even though he was, Sonny was like, protective of his sister. He was the oldest. Then you had Michael Corleone. Then you had no. Fredo was the oldest. Then you had Sonny. Then you had Michael. Then you had the youngest daughter, which was, the daughter. So he was protecting over his sister. But you can't get involved with a man and his woman, even that's your sister.
They show that. His father told him at the dinner table, "Hey, don't get in their business."
Even
Remember
his
his
mother,
father said that?
even his mother said that. Don't get involved. But he kept getting involved, so that was a leeway for one of the other enemies to set him up. Because he got tired of getting beat up.
Art imitates life.
He got tired of getting beat up. He got tired of getting, every time he put hands on his wife, she go tell her brother, and next you know, Sunday come out and whooping his ass. He got tired of that, so he set him up.
That last thing was a setup. You got it.
That's because he was emotional, very emotional over his sister.
And the scriptures tell us about that.
And then another thing, he was emotional over when the conciliaire was saying that, listen, even the shooting of your father, it was not personal, it was business.
Back up in the camera.
But it was business. And he was like, no, I'm gonna kill all those motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? He got a bad name for himself. So he was more feared than respected. People feared him because of how he was moving, But his father had respect. His father wasn't like that. But even his father said, I knew Sonny was gonna be a bad dog. The dude was a fucking murderous bastard. He was just, he was crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
And Michael,
Oh, yeah.
Michael was a better soldier. Michael was a war veteran.
Not
Michael was a
Charlie,
war
he's right.
hero. And he was more
Calculated,
strategic.
strategic.
He got that from his father too.
Yeah. He was calculated.
He'll be your friend, and he'll be your friend the whole time, knowing that you snaked him, and he gonna get you. You know what I mean? But you got it.
This is Galatians 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Walk in the spirit. So you're not gonna succumb or rule over your emotions or indulge in your desires like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna be calculated, and you're gonna be balanced.
It says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
Yep, and the spirit is against the flesh. The spirit wants to be righteous, but the flesh, these shackles, you know what I mean? So you are a constant war.
This is
Wait, it's more. And these are contraries the one to the other. So it says, so that ye so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
That's right. So we want to be 100% perfect, but the spirit is, but this flesh is what's these shackles, man. But we still gotta fight.
Nah.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 21. Romans 12, verse 21. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
You overcome evil with good, man. You balance and you righteous. You conduct yourself like the man of the Lord, like a man of the Lord would. So you dodge all of these scenarios, man. Because you got people, you got the demons jump on people, and they want to do their wickedness. They want to crash.
You had this demon, you had this woman, on my job. She walked past me, and I didn't invite her up. I'm a manager, so she was like, fuck all of y'all. So I'm like, damn, She was looking at me in my face. She was like, fuck all of y'all. Why are you looking at me eye to eye? Why you put eye contact with me? She was like, fuck all of you, but she got written up. But you know, nothing came out of that. She just got written up. And she was all saucy and all emotional over getting written up. You come to work late all the time. So you got written up, and I ain't your manager. So why you coming at me with that? But you know, it's all good. Because she was just, it was a demon on her. And she looked specifically at me and said, fuck all of you. But the nigga that rolled her up was saying that two people, you know, two people, you know, like on the other side. She ain't look at him, she looked at me and said that. So I'm like, okay, I took it like, well, damn, that's a demon. Directed towards me, you know?
I got something. How much you got more?
I ain't got to have that.
All right, Proverbs 19 and 11. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression.
That's right. It's his glory. So you know you don't avoid and fuse and nigga situations, man. All right, it shows your glory, man. Your robe of righteousness, man. Your glow. The world is in darkness. You mastered all that. We better than the world, man.
That's right. You got more?
Let them indulge in their niggery.
Sirach chapter 1 verse 22. It says, a furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction.
Yeah, his fury gonna be his destruction. He gonna run into that brick wall. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You got it.
Okay. It says, a patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom.
That's right. He's wise, and he gonna let that fool. He gonna let the fool crash out. What a idiot gonna argue with himself until he go mad.
Yeah, it also speaks about the right time to speak. Sometimes somebody's mouthing off, you gotta let them chill out for a little bit. You know, and then you come back to him, maybe
Try to talk to him.
try to calm them down, because it works both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you on a job, let's say you're on the job and you report to somebody, or you have people reporting to you. You gotta use that same sort of discretion. The guy might be, I'm telling the guy something, he could be flipping out. Be like, look, I know your potential, I know your skill. This is not about breaking you down. You know that, brother. I'm trying to build you up. This is what I want, this is what I, you know, you don't just say, you don't just, like, there's this, I don't want to get too, there's this manager at my other job, right? And this is what he's known for. Like, you do like good, and he's only pointing out the bad. And I'm like, all you're gonna do is discourage people. You're gonna have people leave. The last thing you want a guy is to go through like 5 hours and you're like, yo, you fucked up on that hour. What about the 5 hours you did? You know what I'm saying? So look, I acknowledge what you did, great stuff, but I need this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? How you deliver it.
You gotta change this a little bit, because I see that you made a mistake here, but there's no problem, because I see the great effort you did in the other 5 hours. So it's not a big thing.
Yeah, if all you know for is just breaking people down,
you ain't building anybody up.
you gotta build them back up at the end, man.
I can back you up with that. You got more?
There's a little bit more.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, that was it. It says, a patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom.
Right.
Yeah. So everybody gonna see that man is wise.
Exactly.
How he conduct himself. You know what I mean? How he conduct himself. You know? You got some people like at the job where the supervisors be like, like certain people be cursing up a storm, like not one or two words, but like constantly. And they like, yo, what is he, a child? They be like, yo, what is he, a child? He like, yo, look, he don't know how to control his emotions.
Yep.
I see them fuck with people, supervisors, and laugh.
Bro, I was in this manager's meeting. I got you, dude. I was in this manager's meeting, and I'm like the youngest one there. And I look back at it like, man, I handled this shit so poorly. Like, I got too excited. Because everybody else, these are older guys, man. These are guys that's 30, 40 years doing this thing. So I should really be grateful that the Lord set me up in that position to learn from these cats. But in the meeting, it was a team's meeting, I wanted to say something, but I should have said it way better. And they were just way more like relaxed. And it's like, often when you slip your tongue and you get emotional, more than likely you're gonna go back like, damn, why'd I do that?
We all went through that, bro.
Yeah, you just gotta like,
We all
it's
go
better
through
just to
that.
be calm and chill and think about shit before you say it.
You have meetings with managers and the supervisors. The meetings is for the supervisor, how they say, crack the whip more. So the managers coming to the supervisor. So you say things that's hasty, and it happens. It happened to me too. So, but this is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding.
Yeah, you saw the wrath. You got great understanding, wisdom, intellect, because you're not ruled by emotions. You're strategic.
It says,
You don't show your emotions. You got them under control.
It says, I'm gonna read it again. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly.
Yeah, but you exalt folly, unprofitable foolishness, man. Things that's unprofitable and vain. You know?
That was it.
I got you. This is the book of Proverbs 17 and 27.
Proverbs coming out heavy.
Yeah, it's a wisdom lesson right now.
Yeah.
The spirit went out. He that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit.
A man excellent mind and spirit.
27.
Got sparing
Excellent.
words.
Yeah, you sparing your words, man.
Choose your
You
words
know?
wisely, as they say.
Yeah. You choose your words wisely, man.
To back that up, Sirach 28 and 25. And weigh thy words in a balance, and make a door and a bar for thy mouth.
You don't say anything stupid. You watch what you about to say,
That's right.
and you think before you speak.
You hold your tongue.
You wind up saying something stupid, or you wind up saying something aggressive, and you just get yourself in trouble.
Sometimes you say something so stupid you can't bring it back.
Yeah.
They tell you in the scriptures that the tongue is the least member in your body, but it's hard to tame it, and it gets you in trouble, time and time again. You know, the tongue is a powerful member in your body that could be your enemy at times. You can say things that you can't take back. You know, out of anger.
Yep. More Proverbs 23 and 23 to 24. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Yeah, your mind, all right? Out of it, the issues of life. So you can't conduct yourself like the people of the world, man. We're out at war with the world, man. Those demons that jump on people, man, they looking to get us in the snare.
You can't say everything that comes to your mind.
Yeah, you can't react like you want to react a lot of times. You know,
You just gotta watch what you say.
y'all watch what you say, man, and just fuel that anger, and it's something else.
All right, it says, put away from thee a froward mouth, and perverse lips put far from thee.
That's right. So we only gonna conduct ourselves like Yahweh Shem Yahushua want us to conduct ourselves, man. You know, your day could be going well. You doing what you gotta do. You rehearsing the righteous acts. You did your prayers. You thank the Lord when you woke up, and then somebody does some niggery. And you look, and you want to be reactive.
Niggery.
You know, niggas gonna do nigga shit.
Niggery. You call it niggery?
Yep. Niggery is an act of doing nigga shit.
That's in the HT, the Hood translation.
Yeah, hood translation is niggery.
It's Sirach 27. I'm gonna start at 6. The fruit discloses the cultivation of a tree. So the expression of a thought discloses the heart of a man.
Yep, you wearing your emotions, everything on your sleeves. Person know how you are, they could trigger you. People go
Push your
around
button.
just trying to trigger you on purpose. I've actually seen people on the job, supervisors like, yo, where's such and such at? I'm gonna go mess with him. I've seen it. I've seen them do this shit with all my eyes I have right now. I've seen this shit, and I know when they try to trigger me, and I reversed it on them, and they wound up being triggered without yelling or anything. I said, one supervisor said, he said, yo, you know how to read? I said, he said that on a walkie-talkie. So then he tried to be smart in a meeting where all of us was there. I ignored him. The second time I said, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to read. So he got mad and stormed out. So then he brought it up the next few days. He said, I was asking a question. I told him, I said, a rhetorical question with an applied answer turns a question into a statement that's offensive. Cut his whole shit. You know what I mean? Without yelling, without cursing at him or getting in his face. He left me alone after that. Because he thought I was stupid.
Some guy, right? Yeah, so the machine, I'm driving one of the machines in the warehouse. Something's wrong with it. And he was like, yo, you gotta report that. I said, nah, yeah, I'm gonna put it in. He said, yo, pause. I said, pause what? He said, yo, you don't say that to no man. I said, why not? He said, cause yo, that's great. I said, yo, we all what we think about. How we think about.
You gotta steal that, right? You gotta steal that,
He
right?
fucked up his whole head. He was like, what?
This shit fucked him up, you know what I'm saying? He was, I know he was that Tanner. What? What? Sometimes you gotta answer a rhetorical question with a rhetorical answer. Like, man,
Cause he was trying to make me be a cool guy.
Yeah.
But when he was saying that shit, everybody's starting to come in, like all the other warehouse workers and shit. So he was like, yo, pause, man, yo, pause. I said, pause what? He said, yo, you don't say that in front of no man. I said, why not? He said, yo, that's, no. I said, yo, we all what we think about.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking about that. I'm gonna put in the ticket for the machine. Anyways, it says for the Holy Spirit. You know why I said it like that? I remember years ago in college. I said I said that to some guy. He caught me because I was like, yo, no homo. He said some shit. I was like, yo, no homo. He was like, gay niggas think gay things. I was like, damn. I can't rebuttal that. Yeah. I can't rebuttal that.
he said gay niggas think gay things.
I was like, damn, I can't. I was like, shit, I shouldn't have. I was like, you got me, brother. I was like, that's it.
Then you stopped saying that shit, right?
Yeah, then I stopped saying it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna say gay niggas say gay things.
Yeah.
I'll just say we all would think about it. Yeah. Anyways, it says 27:6. It says the fruit discloseth the cultivation of a tree, so the expression of a thought discloseth the heart of a man. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak. For this is the trial of men.
Yep, so you watch a person, what they speak, how they conduct themselves, man. You'll know a person that's reactive, that's constantly want to fuel. Then you got those people that'll be on the job that'll say a joke and they can't take one. And they'll get offended and they can't, when you cut their ass, they get mad. You heard me? You know what I mean? So you got those too. Got them too, you know what I mean?
I see niggas on the job, they do crazy shit. You know, my job, I see a lot of people, they do a lot of bugged out shit. And I question it, but I don't say that because they're not, a part of my team. But I saw one dude, he was on the high-low, another dude was on the jack. He stopped the jack, went over to him and just grabbed his shit. He was like, yo, go on your man. I'm like, what the fuck? I done beat that nigga ass, bro.
What the hell?
Is that more?
I said, what the hell? He just got the jacket and just grabbed this shit, but it was secretly how he did it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Yo, bro, yo.
You see, the Lord protect us from stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because we be in jail.
Report it to HR, brother.
I ain't report shit because it ain't my business, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Fucking around, bro.
It ain't my business.
I'm gonna read the first two verses in the GNT. This is 2 Peter 1, verse 5. It says, for this reason, do your best to add goodness to your faith. It says, to your goodness add knowledge, To your knowledge, add self-control.
Add your knowledge, your faith, and self-control. Control over your and what you indulge in. Control over everything, man. Your emotions and how you conduct yourself, man. Having control.
It says, to your self-control, add endurance. To your endurance,
Because you endure, you controlling, you in control of what you're doing.
and just to even go,
To endure, like you got strength. You got strength to continue that.
Yeah.
You strengthen yourself.
yeah, because the more you endure something, you're going to suffer. You're going to feel pain.
Yeah.
But once you endure it, you know, it makes you a better.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the Lord said, when we come to serve Him, prepare your soul for temptation, man.
Yeah.
You know, because we're gonna go through some suffering that we have to endure.
Yeah.
It says to your endurance, add godliness, right?
Yeah.
And to godliness, brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness,
Being patient
charity.
with brother kind and charity, man. The monetary charity and spiritual charity. You know, and then also, you know, like you might be like burnt out, and then you get a call from a brother, you answer that call, because you don't know what that brother going through. You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying like nothing crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But all of these things are charity, man. It won't take you but a few moments to hear what brother is talking about, you know.
Yeah, no, like you're right. Because even to give a quick account, you know, there was a day. I think I did like a double that day, like a 16-hour shift. I was tired as hell. Just came home. I was getting ready to take my clothes off, shower, and just go to bed. But some brothers needed a favor, like a ride, you know, to go to another state. And I was just like, fuck. My mindset was, you know what? I'm gonna just take him there and then just come back home, because I was just tired. So during the whole process, you know, everything played out well enough, and then the Lord blessed me in the end.
Yeah.
Because what did the Lord say? What you've done unto one of my little ones, ye have also done unto me.
This is what I believe also. Forgive me, brothers, if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, these sort of things transpired with helping the elder Gad move years ago. So it was a lot of us brothers, and another particular brother, he was in a rush to leave. Elder Gad was like, just chill. You know what I mean? He was being impatient for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the brother, that's the dude that used to be in the camp that used to make the signs. Well, things trickled just from that. Elder Gad said, yo, all right, you could go home. Then things it seemed like the dominoes start falling slowly. You know, you know what I mean? On him. You know?
Verse 8, it says, for if these things be in you and abound,
and you in abound, and I'm sorry, and it's like, no, I mean, I'm not being no like suck up or nothing, but you know, Elder Gad, he the type, man. Yo, man, he'll go all out for you. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that, but it's like, yo, just not being that charity that I'm saying.
yeah.
We all was there. I'm pretty sure we all was tired. I did a cheat code though. I took a little energy drink. I don't advise nobody to drink those. At that time, I did. That's when I did. I took a little energy drink. I did a little cheating. I drank a little energy drink. You know what I mean? I know. I don't fuck with that shit no more. I'm battling shit. I don't fuck with that shit no more.
Everybody battling with something.
No, I don't fuck with that shit no more. I'm off the source.
Verse 8, it says, for if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfaithful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Desolate in the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You're not barren. You know, a lot of these people gonna be barren of wisdom. It's gonna be a famine of the word soon.
Well, it tell you in the book of
Almost an hour.
it tell you in the book of
Okay.
Second Ezra chapter 2. Second Ezra chapter 2 verse 1. No, second 2 verse 5 verse 1. It says, behold. It says, I roughly paraphrasing. Behold, the days shall come that the tokens, this is the signs that as you be bearing the faith, and people will be taken in a great number. Yeah. And that's happening now. Look what's happening in Chicago. They went, ICE agents, federal agents went at night and went to the black projects. They took people, they was butt naked, snatching them up, throwing them in busted trucks and everything, and locking them up. It's going to happen on a larger scale. People will be taken in a great number. And they bearing the faith. They don't understand these scriptures. Most of that shit that happens to them, those was TikTok motherfuckers talking shit against them, or they run across a video and murmur in their spirit, and the Lord hit them. And now you get caught up.
One more. Verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off.
Yeah, you're blind. You're blind. You're in darkness, man. You're in darkness.
The Lord have it so.
You're everlasting darkness.
And
you're gonna see the light though when Yahushua returns, and he's either beaming your ass with that concentrated fire on them nuclear missiles. Right?
And had forgotten that he was purged from his old sins.
Yeah, so basically you gotta you purge from you're a new creature. You're a new creature, so that old man is gone now, man.
I got a precept in the back of the account about going that extra mile for that brother. It's the 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 8. It says, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Charity cover the multitude of sins, man. And you know what I mean? It's like that situation. Everybody had work the next day, you know what I mean? But he was like the other guy just hold on for a little bit. And it wasn't like he had to be to work in 3 hours. You know what I mean?
He was impatient.
He was impatient. You know what I mean? Or saying he's tired and shit like that. Why the fuck would you come then over here then?
He didn't really want to be there. That's what I get out of it.
And eventually that trickled down to just being
the other things, there's other things, you know.
He was given gradually.
And look too, man, like if in your heart you feel a brother might be using you, whatever, the Lord will reveal that. You know what I'm saying? So you just be charitable. You know what I'm saying? That's the case. But because some individuals will, overdo shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell an example. You tell a brother, okay, you can crash here. A day becomes a week becomes a month becomes the end of the year. He ain't looking for no job, no nothing. And at some point, you gotta speak up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta use wisdom in the sense. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if a man is doing that, then I mean,
because he'll throw this at you. He'll say, well, no, brother, you gotta be charitable and shit. So, because that happened to you hear stories like that from camps out of state. We got the apostles, so we kind of, that shit like that don't really happen like that. But you hear stories like, yeah, I was giving this guy fucking $1,000, and they're like, why you doing that, brother? Just, just counsel and shit, So I'm saying, but that guy, that same guy, he might have been in the camp 10 years or whatever, some time, and then just finessing them guys. And throwing the charity stuff at them.
Right, it happens.
These things happen, brother. So you gotta teach the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? The whole, you gotta be charitable, of course. And if you feel that in your heart, don't just immediately say, I feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Feel out the situation. But at some point, if you think it's excessive, you might have counsel. Maybe also, a brother could be doing that not even knowing.
Well, you know what
I'm saying? Like, he could probably shit, I didn't even know. It was my bad, I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one incident that brother got kicked out of one of them camps out of state, and the young brothers didn't know that he had a father, he was getting money from him, He got exposed due to an elder Manatazakba from South Carolina elder.
Damn, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
So he didn't even. I'm saying
You got to get back in the camp.
he was using brothers, young brothers, not knowing that he was being exposed. He got exposed.
You know, too, like, remember I said a point where a brother could be offended you, and you're not even knowing. And this account happened amongst elder brothers. You know, a true account where like one brother was helping him out, giving him a ride like every morning and shit, right? And the brother was just like, yo, you never offer for gas. And the brother response was like, you know, Salaki, I never did, but I never thinking he wasn't thinking I was offended. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying at certain points you got, either you got to voice your opinion, have a counsel or some shit, because shit could get out of hand either wickedly or sincerely I'm fucking up kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't really take into account that I'm like, I should just offer this brother some gas money because he's going out of his way to give me money. But you should think like that. But if you ain't thinking like that, then you gotta check yourself.
But the thing is, you can't assume a brother is thinking that.
Yeah,
you can't assume shit. You can't assume that he knows. You'd be like, man, you should know that, but maybe he doesn't. Yeah. That's how come then you say, X, Y, Z, or else if fest is in, blow up. You turn the grenade into a nuke and shit by not just speaking and communicating.
And the brother that's struggling, hey bro, do you think you can give me some gas money? I'm going to gas real quick. Do you can help me out? You got it? And then you make that gesture, come.
That's why it's good to offer if you have it.
Now, if you don't have it,
if you don't have it, it's different. But if you have it, hey, I'll keep you good on gas or whatever. Yeah. He might need it. He might not need it. He might need it, but just appreciate you even offering it, saying, look, don't even worry about it. So.
Or he might need it and don't even know he need it, and he's like, damn, I'm glad the brother offered.
Well, like you said,
your brothers know what I'm saying.
Just turn it down, like, okay, you need it, but okay, you know what, all right, bro, I'm good, bro. You make the gesture, so that's what I'm talking about. So I can use it, but I got the money for it, so don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You made a gesture to make,
Yeah, because I'm sure these brothers that got finessed out the States, in their mind, they was thinking that I'm just going above and beyond for this brother, making sure he's taken care of. The whole time they're getting finessed. Let's continue, bro. That's insane, man. I see there's more here. Verse 9, use hospitality one to another without grudging.
Yeah, without grudging, you do something, you don't think, damn.
Gotta pay me back.
Shit, man, I did that or this and that. Nah, you
gotta be right back.
Nah, you do what you do, and you say it's all your how about Shimmy Abashai, you keep moving.
But you had one brother come at you,
Yeah.
give him a ride.
Yeah.
Nobody's entitled to give you a ride, huh?
Brother said I was wicked, man.
See?
Yeah.
No?
Like, it was a dude in the camp. It was a dude in the camp.
No names, though,
No, we're not. We're not.
But that was all. We're not mentioning no names. We're just saying,
There was a brother in the camp. I don't think he in GMS no more. I don't know if he still look at the videos,
but imagine that happened out in the States. See the difference?
Yeah.
Versus here, States and shit.
Yeah.
Brother, I don't know if he in the camp no more. He used to stay at my crib.
I'm not trying to downplay the brother. I'm just saying.
He used to stay at my crib or whatever. We used to stay at my crib. Or whatever. The brother bought me some wine or something, and my sister smirked at it. We don't care about women, but I'm looking at it like that brother gave me some wine. That's good enough as if that shit is $100,000 because it came from a brother.
Yeah.
It's extol. I extol it. So I got offended that she did that because he didn't have to do that shit. He gave it to me, but I'm just saying, being grateful or things. I know I'm drift off. I don't know why it came to my attention, but
It says, as every man have received the gifts, even so minister the same one to another. Minister means to serve.
Serve, yeah.
As good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High.
It says that their kings are gonna minister unto you, meaning they're gonna serve these heathens. So when you said that, it clicked back, the water.
So we serve one another.
Yeah.
You know, the apostles and elders,
Yeah.
they laboring for themselves, just like we're laboring for ourselves,
Yeah.
but we also laboring for those that are listening, the hope for the light.
That's why we
Man.
tell them double honors because now they are elders, but they laboring for Yahweh Shem Yahushua and for us. You know what I mean? So they build us up. It's just respect. You know, it's respect. You know what I mean?
If you the old anything, but I mean, I can keep reading.
What you got? I got it. Just give me just give me
Somebody else coming up, right?
I had Isaiah 6 and 9, but the day done switched over, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bring out what
Bring
you
it
got,
out.
bring it
Bring it out.
This is Isaiah chapter 6,
You want me to hold poster?
verse 9. And it said, and this is going because you was bringing out how certain Jakes can't get it, you know what I mean? So they've been blinded, so I'm gonna bring it out.
Oh, yeah.
It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not.
But understand, they're not gonna have no mental understanding, no spiritual understanding. This is just gonna be like, this thing is gonna be like this truth is gonna be like a television program that they don't watch. It ain't gonna resonate with them.
It says, and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
They're not gonna perceive, they ain't gonna have no perception. They're not gonna understand the scriptures, the breakdowns, the parables. They're not gonna understand things that's in a way it's deep and not deep. Like, they're not gonna understand the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. Cornelius is an Israelite, the Israelite foreigners. All the tribes are not gonna be Judah. They're not gonna understand that. They're not gonna understand the Old and New Testament. The Apocrypha. You know, they gone. His brothers laughing like, yo, you got some imbeciles out there.
Morons.
You know, idiots. You
And
know
the
what I mean?
Apocrypha is a part of the Bible. That's the Bible destruction belt. Took this, took it out in
Yup.
18, I think it was 1885, 1887. They took it out. So, hey, man, it is what it is, man.
So they're gonna die in their slumber and their foolishness, man. The truth is gonna be purged in them through fire, yo.
When I'm going to step down,
All right.
let me know. Just let me know.
Yeah, you got it. So they're blind. They're blinded.
So it's a little more. It says, verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, make their ears heavy.
Their spirit is blocked. They're hard-headed, man.
That's right.
They got that stony heart.
It says, make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, which is their minds.
It's talking
and
about their
be healed.
spiritual eye.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's talking about their spiritual eye. Their spiritual eye is blinded. Remember the movie They Live?
Yeah.
The preacher was like, the
He
Lord
was
has
blind,
blinded me, but I can see.
That's
You'll be
right.
back. You'll be
Yeah.
back.
And
He
then-
was out there preaching from the
And then,
beginning,
check
yo.
it out, check it out. You
Right?
had Roddy Piper had to beat the truth into a nigga. Watch that movie, man.
Longest fight
Keith David,
scene.
he had to beat the truth into him. And he was that when he was all fucked up on the ground, he put the glasses on him and he saw.
Yeah.
He said, I got two that can see.
Yeah.
Watch that movie, bro.
I did
He
say-
said,
it's an old
put these
movie. I see it, I
glasses
see
on
it.
before I make you.
1988.
He
I see
said,
it.
put these glasses on before I make you eat them. He said, not this year.
So they was fighting and shit, and then when Roddy Piper got the best of him, he was on the floor, Keith David was on the floor, all beat up and shit, and all hurt. He took the glasses and put it on him, and that's what he saw. He was like, oh
He
shit.
lifted him up.
He
He
said-
put them shits on him.
He lifted him up, he was all staggering and shit. Huh, what's that? Huh? Out of that staggering, he was a staggering no more. He said, oh, what's that?
They went into war mode right after they held up. They went into war mode.
You see that movie before, right?
Yeah, kind of got to.
Yeah, I love that movie They Live with Roddy
I
Piper.
got that on my
That came out in
flash
1988. I was like
Yeah.
14 when that movie came out.
I saw that shit, yo.
Everybody knows They Live. Everybody knows They Live, man. To this day, people watch They Live because they tell you sleep, consume, buy. You know, that's obey.
I wish I could live forever. The lady in the commercial. When you watch that shit?
Yeah,
That's my shit,
and you had
though.
to do that was the bum. He sold out. He was
sold out.
He sold out. He was a part of the elites was having. Well, the elites was the aliens. and they was having a conference. He was there, and he was like, "Yo, we could rule this world for another 2,000 years."
Yeah.
You know, and
They made him a lesser luminary.
and he was, but he was part of the Illuminati though. But the Illuminati was there. He was part of the party, and he was like, "Yo, oh, your guys made it," but they didn't. They was coming to shoot. They was coming to
They
kill
had
him.
the contacts. The Hoffman lenses was contacts
Yeah.
this time.
That was the truth. The
Yeah.
eye salve.
Yeah.
To see the truth. You know, but you know, every day has some subliminal messages and you know, predictive programming. That was a good movie, man.
One more
They lived,
thing.
man.
One more thing. They hinted at Gilbert and them niggas. They
Yeah.
peoples was robbing banks to fund their movement, to get the glasses and
Yeah.
all that. They had people out of state robbing banks and shit.
And then what they did was,
You heard me?
and then what they did was, they got rid of the eyeglasses.
Yeah.
They made contacts.
Yeah.
So they had contact lenses where everybody could see.
Hoffman lenses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, that shit was a badass movie, man.
When I get the chance, I'm gonna get some wine and watch it. I got it on a flash drive, so I'm gonna watch it
I
again.
might just watch you. All you gotta do is just see if it's on live stream.
I got it on flash drive. On my flash drive.
It's probably on YouTube. YouTube, they probably have it. You can YouTube
That's
it.
my shit.
And probably watch it. It's gonna have commercials, but you know it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
It's
yeah.
getting cold out here,
The
huh?
Lord gave us
Should've
that
brought my jacket.
eye salve. We are on the right hand side. The owl, on the left hand side, that owl, because he can see in the darkness, but we got that same spirit on the right hand side. You don't got them shorts on now.
Oh, that's her. Oh shit.
Yeah, brother, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the walk. I see the walk. I see the walk.
She ain't an ugly woman though, man. I bust her ass. She left research.
She looked just like my cousin's stepdaughter.
But she just, I think she got some kind of mental going on.
Yeah, so all right.
Selected.
Yeah, so you gonna find it. Like the brother gonna find it. Look.
Oh.
The Lord gave us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to see through the darkness. This world is in darkness. We got this is our lamp. The Lord's a lamp, and this is our light. You know?
Okay, so this Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil.
Prudent man foreseeth. The Lord gave us a spirit to see what's about to take place on a macro level, on a micro level.
And hideth himself.
Yeah, because we're hidden in this truth. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, but that name also, like Amnawala brought out weeks ago, that we gotta rehearse the righteous acts that all unfolds with the name too, not just believing on the
I got
name.
a little more. It says,
Hold on.
back
Yeah, that was in the middle of it. Finish it. So it said, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
The simple gonna pass on. You want me to take it? All right. The simple pass on. Okay. The simple pass on. They not gonna listen. They not gonna take heed. We got instruction. We got rebuke. Salat. We continue on. You get me? Like, look. Like, you might have to suffer wrongfully. So the fuck what? We're men. You get what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai is our leader. We got leaders in the camp. What's the problem? In the kingdom, we're gonna have men above us, and we're gonna have men below us. It's gonna always be order. Somebody's gonna always outrank you. I understand that. It is what it is. I'm just grateful for being a man of the Lord willing to elect. I'm just grateful for being a man, an Israelite. I'm grateful for fucking being created.
Hey, right. The
You
Lord
know
said,
what I mean?
The scripture say, let everything be done in decency
Yeah.
and in order.
I look at it, everything be done in decency and order, like the elder brother mentioned. Let everything be done in decency and in order, because everything, when you don't have things in order, shit get chaotic. I look at things on a low level outside of the truth. When I'm in a job, things ain't in order. If I'm in a crib, things ain't in order. In a worldly family, things that's not. I look at shit that's when things ain't going how it's supposed to go, is chaos. You know what I mean? So the Lord deals with order. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We our brothers, we all try to like limit things as possible that's outside of the truth. So you see us, and you see brothers doing shows, linking up with brothers. We at work. So this basically we limited as much idle time possible. We watch our shows or you might play pool or whatever the hell you do, you know, because you're not gonna just be like a Buddha monk or something. You know what I'm trying to say? But you know what I mean? You look at it, and you look at it when you was in the world, or first learning about the truth up to now. You see like all the people, like a lot of people you grew apart from. You know what I mean? Some people you didn't leave on a bad note. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna try to make enemies, but your time is certain people you know, yo, I preach the word. So you can't get me at this time, this date, that date. You know what I mean? I start telling certain people, family I'm with, yo, you can't get me at this hours, and they respect it. You know what I mean? They respect it. Yo, I call you, you know what I mean, you on your break on your job or something. But I'm sorry if I'm blabbering, but yeah, I'm just saying we basically limited our access to the world. The access to the world. Too many people don't got access to us like we A-list celebrities. We are A-list celebrities for Yahushua. So Yahushua gonna make us some A-list celebrities. Too many people don't have access to us. The world and these spirits don't got that much access to us. We locked in. Lord will.
Okay, I got something.
This keeps us out of trouble, keeps us from drifting. You know what I mean? Keeps us from drifting. We don't have the FOMO, fear of missing out in the world. Right. Because we dead to the world. We hate what the world is.
2 Corinthians 6:14 says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers."
Yeah, we can't be unequally yoked. We not cause you got your right foot in, you got what your left foot in, your right foot out. How it is like, look, you either you in or you're not. You know what I mean? You with this, you in this thing or you not. You know? What did Tony Soprano tell Chris Montesanti? You with the family or you want to do the celebrity shit? You with us, because you gotta be focused. You know what I mean? You gotta be focused. Things will pull you out. You know? We locked in, man. Because this world is not our rest. We use it to get our daily bread, our day to day. I mean, we gotta work. We gotta do what we gotta do. We might work on got side hustles. So then we won't be jammed up to where we don't have to lean into the brotherhood if we don't have to. You know what I mean? We don't have to. Things happen, but y'all brothers get what I'm saying. Shit about to get more critical now for the brothers that don't have whips. The Metro cards, them shits, they about to cut that unlimited shit off in December. I've been buying.
There's no more unlimited cards?
You gotta go to the check cashes and shit like that. I've been here and there buying them unlimited because I buy a little bit amount because they gonna expire in December. So you ain't gonna buy too many of them. When 1 week expires, I go buy the next week. Because pretty soon, the only ones that's available, I see some machines left, but them shit's going away. I'll be going to the check cashing to get, cause I don't got a vehicle. But pretty soon it's gonna be, I travel back and forth pretty soon. That's another expense now.
That Omni card.
Yeah.
I got back up a little bit.
Yeah.
That shit is a little scam, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You say you too close, man.
Omni card, you put money on it, you use it, and then you might try to refill it. That shit might say over $11.
And then they saying when you spend over $12 or $18, then it's unlimited after that. Nobody keeping track of that. That's a close to that. But I'm sorry, but things gonna get more critical out here. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers?
Uh-huh.
For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
Yeah, so you can't be your majority of the time with people in the world that's wicked. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might be business, you might have a job. You might be at a moving company or whatever, you work with this person or whatever, but but you're not gonna be your day-to-day or hanging around. You know what I mean? Unless it might be business, you know what I mean? You might have somebody helping you as work, doing a moving job or some shit like that. You brothers get what I'm saying?
You don't want that spirit jumping on you. That wicked ass spirit.
Yeah.
They're talking about smoking weed, talking about adultery. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the game.
Yeah.
They take you off the mindset of being in the spirit.
Right.
Don't think about scripture. Now you bring with this nigga. Oh, you should do this thing. You know what I'm saying?
He said it better than I can say it. See, that's the charity, right? Part of the charity right there. He helped me out. You know? Spirit. You know?
So it says, and what communion have light with darkness?
There's no light. There's no communion with light with darkness. Light is light and darkness is darkness. It distinguishes what light is, and the light distinguishes what dark is, and the dark shows what light is. It's a balance. And you can't be too far to the other side of the scale. You know? What did what's the name say, yo? What did speaking of they live? Being in the middle of the road is the wrong place to be. You feel me?
You read 2 Corinthians 6?
Yeah. Well, that's what you had?
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
You're not
14? Yeah, that's what I had.
Oh, you just read that?
Yeah, you equally yoked. Oh yeah, you good.
If you feel like if he's feeling the
All
spirit,
right, cut.
you see
Yeah,
the
so
spirit?
all right, yeah.
All right.
So you're not supposed to we not supposed to be in the world, man. In the world, man. Look, man. We not missing out on nothing. This world is done, man. That FOMO fear missing out. You ain't missing out on nothing. I gotta be a part of the action. Fuck the action. It's gonna do the how about Shimmy Out Shot gonna show y'all have some real action soon.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
a club got shot the other day.
Look at that.
It was a fucking the dude and the one person, the dude that got shot, pulled out his gun and started shooting.
Damn. Look at that. He like, fuck it, I'm gonna be shot, I'm gonna take as many with.
So it ain't, you know what I'm saying? What's in them clubs, man? You just waste their money on fucking wash down liquor and washed up hoes. You know what I mean?
Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
You can't walk together unless you be agreed. You gotta be in agreement. So if you chilling with somebody that's an adulterer, you with it or you gonna be one. You know what I mean? You chilling, you know what this person does, you can't be around that. A lot of people in the world, I see them, I say, what up? To that I grew up and I keep it moving. You know? I'm a civilian. I'm not a gangster. So I can't hang with gangsters. I'm not a robber, I can't hang with robbers. I know you're in a rob. Yo, what's good? All right, yo, I gotta go this way. I'll check you later. It's good seeing you. You know?
That was it?
Yeah, you using drugs. I can't hang with you. I can't just sit and chop it up with you. You know what I mean? What?
Because then you'll be guilty by association.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 3 it says, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting,
Yep.
and
Excess
abominable
of
idols.
Wine, philosophies, and different things. When we was in the world, we was Gentiles, man. We're spiritually Gentiles, man. But the circumcision, we shed off that foreskin, that wickedness, man.
So verse 4 says, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same access of riot.
You're weird, yo. What up with you, yo? What up with you, man? You don't holler at the bitches, yeah, but I don't holler at nobody else's. I'm not sharing your women. No. You know what I mean? I see this chick is the way she is. Nah, I'm good. I don't care how she look. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna take shit that's real easy. It's suspect. You got me feel you trying to get me trapped up. You know what I mean? That shit too easy. Shit too easy. If too easy, I'm like, yo, I didn't even introduce myself to you. I don't even know your name. Nah, something's up. You know what I mean? I be acting a little paranoid these days, man. You know what I mean?
So it says, yeah, speaking evil of you.
Yeah. Speaking evil, yo. They say, yo, man. I remember brother told when Karab was with us. Nah, I remember a family member told him, one of my family members like, yo, I remember him when he wasn't involved in this shit. Right. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, and in my mind I told Karab, I'm like, yo, a lot of shit he taught me. I watched. You know what I mean? When we was doing illegal shit. So I'm looking like, wait, this some shit. So I'm supposed to be doing shit that I was doing when I was in my early 20s, a teenager. Like, what the fuck, nigga? What are we talking about? We don't grow? What the fuck, man? Niggas is stuck in the 90s, man. Niggas is stuck in folly, yo. Niggas stuck in that trance. You got it.
Yep. It says, Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, it says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Sheep, we're in the midst of wolves, and we gotta be humble. We're in the midst of wolves, man. We work around wolves. Some of us work in the hood. Some of us job, we gotta go in the hood at different places. We're around wolves, man. We're around wolves, man. You know?
Yep. It says
you gotta watch out. If you go in to cash your check, you got people not even robbers, you got people just going just begging to get high. Like you don't see nobody, you going to check cashing. You like, where the fuck this person pop up? Right. This mother, you be like, yo, you get offended sometimes. Right. You brothers know, like, yo, you know, you got people that need help or whatever. You might be generous, but sometimes you get offended, like, yo, this nigga was nowhere around. As soon as you go in the store or you come out, you just pop up, yo. Could you help me out? I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? You gotta get a minute to breathe. You know what I mean? Where the fuck you come from, man? You know, like, yo, these motherfuckers just be popping up.
They be across the
You know what I
street
mean?
waiting. Yeah.
And then it's not, and another time, one more thing, I know I'm blabbering, with the niggas in the world, asking me what time is it. We know those old school hustles to try to get us to look down and try to stall off. Not stupid. Once somebody asks me what time is it, clock right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
I don't know how to read a clock, so I'm gonna just
You know what I mean?
It says, be ye therefore wise as a serpent. Be ye therefore wise as serpents.
Well, a serpent, a snake, a treacherous person, and a physical snake, surveillance and watches his prey, and it's wise. It's a symbol of wisdom on the left-hand side, and it's just calculating. That's how we gotta be. Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, man.
And harmless as doves.
Yeah, we wise, man. We know the crash out dummies that just want to get into shit and trap you up.
Especially in times like this, man.
Yeah.
People, they at a wit's end. You know, people losing their jobs, losing their unemployment, social security benefits. You got these women that losing their wig and all that.
Oh, they benefited. They crashing out.
They crashing out. So you gotta be mindful of how you dealing with certain people, might even on the job site.
Yeah.
People might think, oh yeah, everybody is smiling, but under them smiles, motherfuckers is, you know, you gotta work to get paid, but people's heads is spinning. They thinking.
Yes.
You know?
You got motherfuckers that be jealous of you at a job. Like, you see this black hoodie? Our color is what, like blue, navy blue or whatever. So I'm like, yo, I got the uniform don't got the name on it, so I could just show. I'm like, yo, I told this one girl that's a snitch. My shit is under the joint. Nah, but you ain't wearing the color. You ain't wearing the color. Yo, I'm in my mind. You want to draw attention. The supervisor ain't telling me nothing because they glad I'm getting work done quick.
Yeah.
And I'm out of the way. No complaints. I'm getting the shit done. But you drawing a scene, so they have no choice but to say something. I come in with the Carhartt blue shit. That's like a construction joint. They ain't gonna say nothing about that seat. She looked like, I heard her say, this nigga. Oh my God. You can't satisfy motherfuckers, man. But we harmless and we wise, you know what I mean? You got people jealous.
And to back you up, there's this one story where this lady was working at McDonald's. I heard about it, working at McDonald's, and the manager was like, harassing her basically, telling her she's doing a shit job, and sent her home. And the bitch came back and stabbed her up.
Oh yeah.
Hear about that shit?
Yeah, you gotta watch who you offend. You gotta watch who you offend. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta watch who you offend, and then you got it. Read it.
It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in your synagogues.
Yeah, they'll try to deliver you out of something to get served, to get locked up, to get fired. All kind of things. This all playing a role in that. You know what I mean? Like they want you. So you have certain people on the job like, yo, you don't gotta do everything the supervisor say. I was like, word. I'm doing my job. I don't want to get written up. I might want to go up bump of the ladder where I make more pay. I ain't tell them that.
She took her hair out.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, she took her hair out.
Oh yeah.
She walked past like 20 minutes ago, but her hair was up.
And then she came back, you see? No, look, men, females like masculine energy.
She walks in and out like all the brothers. Because mind you, the brothers is not camping up on that side.
Yeah.
She ain't walking up there.
Yeah, and you know, females, they like that. They crave attention. They need that attention. They need that attention. It's in there. You brothers know.
Got a quick testimony on that, right?
See?
I'm walking through the city, right? Seen this dude, he Levi or something, and this chick walked by him. Oh, am I a bad representation of black women? And she talking to him, and he see me, and I catch eye contact. She walk off. He look at me, he say, "Yeah, bro, it's our turn. The women come up talking to us now. They want us." Oh shit! I said, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I hate on the brothers and females. We loving Levi and Benjamin. I ain't going front, yo. You know what I mean? They got it. They got it. You know what I mean? They got it. You know what I mean? They got it.
Anywhere. You just said that. Quick.
That's why I go where there's no competition. Where I don't know. I increase the odds in my favor. I saw brothers that see me, you chill here? Oh, Shamal, I know why you be around here. You be around here because all the females. I done saw Michael Allah, Rob Body, like, oh,
Don't come
shit.
to my hunting grounds, brother.
Exactly.
You got it.
It's Colossians chapter 4, verse 5. It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without.
Yeah, walk towards wisdom, man. We using wisdom. We around wolves, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, the job you got, you might have people hating on you on the job. Like, I do what I gotta do, so supervisors had us do something, and we had an extended lunch break. So everybody coming in thinking we late. Well, we're not. We coming in with our lunch, crack it open, we eating. While they gotta get their next assignment, they just looking like, what the fuck is going on? Even a head supervisor, what's going on? My supervisor's like, nah, they did a flood for me, so they lunch is extended. You know what I mean? Our shit was over an hour, So,
It says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time.
redeeming the time, and we know what the time we're in. We're in a time where all these demons, man, they getting desperate. Speak at the devil and they shall appear. We're in a time where these demons, they're gonna do what they gotta do, man. And the Lord give us wisdom, so we might hold the door for the devil. We might hold the door for the devil. Tell the devil good morning back. Yeah, how doing? Have a blessed day. You know what I mean? You know, I'm an asshole. You know?
It says, let.
He has a bunch of cars that walk by. In case y'all didn't see on reflection, they all had, and they all got bread. They had the Oreos on their head, them $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 Oreo looking shits. You know what I mean?
And I was gonna say, yeah, you good. Them, what is it? Them without? That part again?
It says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without.
Yeah, them that are without, those are non-believers. You know? So walk in wisdom to, amongst them. So even amongst non-believers, we walk in wisdom, we carry ourselves, we conduct ourselves a certain manner.
It says,
and the scripture about having our conversations honest amongst the Gentiles. People who don't believe. Yeah, so even when we not teaching out here, preaching and stuff, when back amongst people in the world, we still hold ourselves as wise men of the Most High.
Yeah. And sometimes not disclosing information. Like if I'm on a job, you don't eat pork. Nah, I don't resonate with me. I get sick. Right. You know what I mean? I can't. The seafood make me nauseous. I used to eat that when I was young. I can't eat that no more. Like I break out. You know what I mean? Shit like that. This stops the inquiries, and the Lord is okay with us saying that.
It says, redeeming the time. It says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
Yeah, you gotta use wisdom answering, man, when we preaching, all right? Knowing what we talking about, and then how we conduct ourselves. Soft answer, turn away wrath. You gotta pick your battles and things like that, man. Like, you got people on my job, you feuding with the supervisor, man. And then you got niggas that get caught doing things all the time, getting caught being out of area, going to the store when they not supposed to go into the break. And then when a hammer get brought on them, they want us and the people that's not getting in trouble to back them up with the union people. You gonna jam me up? I'm looking like, what the fuck you want me? You got caught at the store. You always getting caught doing dumb shit. What could I say? How could I help you? What you want me to say? You get caught, you're not even good at what you do. The supervisors be joking with me sometimes, like, I can't find you. I'm always working and getting the work done fast, and I'm moving around, double checking things, starting this way, but on the premises. Right. So they can't catch up with me, but this shit is done. He looking, supervisor going to the basement to see if I'm in my basement. I'm on the other side of the building doing the grass, and I bump into him. He know I'm doing the grass. I got the hard hat on. You know what I mean? So he just smiling like, You know what I mean? They always catch me working.
Right.
Yeah.
Nigga always trying to get over.
Yeah. There's a time to get over, but not every single time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dang.
What I do is I make sure sometimes I might come in like 2 hours earlier and bust out 70% of the day. So the other 30% of the day is the afternoon assignment. If I knew the afternoon assignment, I would do that too, but it's no telling what it's gonna be. I can have an idea sometimes, but on certain days, but yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 3. It says, he that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life.
Yeah, you keep hold your tongue, hold what you saying, man. Know when not to speak. You know, like I'm saying, like if I'm doing odd jobs, putting up flyers, I'm in the areas, certain areas people got beef with people, they under like investigation. So when I'm putting up flyers, I see a gang of people, like yo, pardon me fam, I just want to take a picture to show I did the job. Oh yeah, you got it, yo, you got it. Go ahead, blood. Whatever crew they in, you got it. You know, I'm being diplomatic, I'm using wisdom. You know what I mean?
You can apply that even the Howards and Bowers.
Yep.
And that's why the apostles, they gave that order. It was like, yo, no personal attacks. Because that shit can go left, you know?
Quick.
Fight could break out. And we done been through all that.
Yeah.
You know?
Been there, done that.
So now we just, you see us out here, we just saw some small ass book by, anybody said anything to them, right? Because, you know, you never know. They could have called the cops or a big thing, you know? It would have been a fight because you already know we spoke about that, we beat their ass, but we ain't going that route. We actually said we harmless as doves.
Yeah. And you see the Lord, when you do what you're doing, the Lord protects you.
Right.
Before I had this job, what I still keep the odd job with the flyers. It just didn't start up yet. But I used to just do that more. I used to be hitting up
I remember.
Manhattan and the Bronx.
Yeah.
The Mitchell, I used to put my shit up in the morning over there.
Right.
The Project Mitchell over there.
Mitchell houses.
That's the one when
That ain't
that section collapsed.
That ain't nothing but a bunch
That
of
explosion.
That ain't nothing but a bunch of legitimate niggas over there,
I used to put my flyers in their lobbies.
That ain't nothing but that project nothing but a bunch of legitimate niggas over there, man.
The Vietnam projects they call Vietnam. I saw somebody got stabbed up right near me. I thought he was running for the police. This dumb motherfucker stole their lean, and he had a lynch mob chasing him. I'm still putting it. Yo, you can look at me. I'm still like putting the flyers up. That shit don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't stealing shit. You know what I mean? Yo, about my business.
Nigga running from the whole lynch mob.
I thought the police. I thought the police was coming. You know how the police come. If they chasing them, you could get caught up to, yo, what you doing here? But I was doing a job. I was doing a job for somebody. But I thought it was the police chasing them. Niggas was chasing them. Cause he stole fucking, they had a lean demon going out with niggas taking niggas lean and shit.
Lean is that cough service shit.
Yeah, that shit. I forgot what the thing was.
It's NyQuil.
Yeah, I think it's
promethazine and shit like that.
NyQuil
But
and like Sprite or some dumb
I'm
shit
not
like that.
promoting this, but you still in a little cap full of thing that's like a 100 and something for a Sprite bottle when you could have saved your money up and bought the shit. You could have bought the shit. So I ain't advocating. You could have bought the shit and made money yourself instead of you stealing it and getting shot at. You get stabbed. I'm not promoting. I'm not promoting it, but damn, be smart about it.
That's why niggas gotta fucking die.
It's stupid motherfucker.
It says, he that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life.
Yeah.
But he that opens wide his lips shall have destruction.
Yeah, you chatterboxing, you talking shit. Whether you're in the right or the wrong, yo, man, look for time and place for not. For not is a time and a place. Like, yo, look, man. Like, look. Yeah, you might have wins on this dude. He might got a weapon, or he got people. You might be in this area where the goons come at you, or whatever it is, or you do him dirty and you get locked up, or you injure him bad, you put him damn near beat him to death, or whatever. You get manslaughter. Whatever it is, we gotta use wisdom. You know?
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22. It says, abstain from all appearances of evil.
Yeah, abstinence, abstain, do away with, don't be a part of. You know what I mean? Go the other way. All right? Don't partake in it. You know what I mean? That is a no-fly zone. You know, and this prolongs your life, your health, man. Keep you free. You know?
Okay, this you was finished?
Yeah, that was it.
This let me start from Romans 13. I start from 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Yeah, so it's high time to wake. We're in a time of war. It's high time to wake out of sleep. The Lord is visiting this place spiritually. It's about time to don't be in a spiritual sleep. You're spiritually dead. Awake out of sleep. It's talking about the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's high time to wake out of sleep.
verses. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Our salvation is nearer than we believed in our past lives, man. The spirit of prophets is subject to the prophets. We believed in the ancient world, we just forgot. Our memory was wiped.
Since the night is far spent, the day is at hand.
The day is at hand. And the highest part of the day is noon, right? So we nearing that time, man. The night is far spent. Wickedness, man, is reaching its outer limits.
It says, let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Cast off, you shed it. Cast off the work of darkness, this world. Now she put the hair back in a ponytail, a bun or whatever you call it.
It says, and let us put on the armor of light.
We got on the armor. The armor of light is the scriptures. We conducting the righteous acts. That's our robe of righteousness, right? So we got the armor and the clothing we want to have on.
Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness.
And we ain't going to be drunk in these other philosophies and wickedness. All right? We're going to be sober.
Not in rioting and drunkenness.
Yeah,
also
spiritually and regular drunk too, right?
Drunk, kind of rioting, because that's like you mentioned earlier. Jake always in the club partying. That's their whole life.
Like a dude I'm cool with on a job. He a tenant, not a worker, but he's cool. He just wigged out today. He was like, yo, he said, I know I'm blabbering. He said this. He said, yo, how could I put it? That's what I can remember. He said, yo, did you leave the door open? Because you got fiends coming to the door. You getting them out. I'm like, nah, I think a worker, one of my co-workers doing me a favor. I think he did. So he's talking shit. He like, yo, I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna come at all y'all workers. I'm gonna round up a people. Oh, yo, hold up. I'm calling. I called one boy. He said, no. So I said, yo. I said, that's one of that's one of your neighbors that did that. You know what I mean? I didn't curse. I said, that's one of your neighbors. That's you got to deal with that. So he's like, I don't care who it is. He's like, yo, what's your temperature? I said, I don't got no temperature. You know what I mean? He was like, yo. So he was like, yo, man, I gotta stab somebody or whatever. I was looking like this. So he seen like that shit didn't move me. He's like, yo, when I see you again, I want you to keep the same temperature. Watch, you gonna apologize for that shit. You know what I mean? Because he was out of pocket. And you know what I mean? And that didn't mean nothing, but I'm just letting them know, like, you know. But he's out of pocket. I told him, like, let my worker didn't have nothing to do with that either. That's the niggas in the building that's doing that. You know what I mean? But I saw him flipping out on somebody else. So this nigga's he's bugging. He's on some shit.
And matter of fact, it's gonna go into it. Because it's not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envy.
Yeah, we not envying, we not covered. We not envying the brotherhood, and we damn sure not envying the heathen. Go ahead. Max out whatever you doing. Do it to the max. Because when the Lord unleash us, in this side and in the kingdom, your own bitch out there. We not envious of you. We already know you the stumbling blocks you put on us. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, bro, like what we're saying. So pretty much, and we was once in the world, and we fit all these categories back in the world. Rioting, drunkenness, Jake getting drunk, want to party all the time, chambering and wantonness, just undisciplined. And strife, you always getting it, nigga look at you wrong, like that dude, he was about strife.
He was about strife, you know what I mean? You know? Yeah, he's bugging. One more story, I helped him out one time because this week, I called him and let him know a package in front of his door. He was asleep. I was like, yo, man, I don't care if you just got mad, but I ain't, because niggas be stealing shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers be stealing. I got his number and all that. This nigga, he must be bugged the fuck out. Something happened at work, or he on some flip shit. But like, yo, like, look, man, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
This is verse 14. It says, "But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach."
Yeah, put on the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. One more story about him. Somebody got in a fight with a contractor. Contractor poked him up. Contractor had to be moved. I gotta be watched out too, because so I don't get in trouble. It could go both ways. I could get in trouble, or he could get in trouble. You know what I mean? And I don't want to relocate to West Bubblefuck.
Right.
I don't want to be shipped off. I'm not leaving. I don't want to be shipped the fuck off. Sorry, I know I'm blabbering. I'm just making like points.
Yeah, so it says, "But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach,
Yeah.
and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof."
Yeah, we ain't making provision for the flesh to fulfill our desires and what we want to do, or revenge, or this and that. We got to be balanced. You know? We got to be balanced. You know? Whether we at camp, somebody scoff, a heathen say something, I just say, Lord, please let me have that slave in the kingdom. Let me remember that person, or whatever it is. Let me be able to show him rewind the tape to how he offended you and me, so I can get back in the kingdom. You know what I mean? Everyone, women and all that, even these women on TV that talk shit about our nation. Let me get her. Megan Kelly, let me get her. Kingdom. I'm sorry, yo. I'm a spiteful motherfucker. You know what I mean?
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 24. It says, "Make no friendship with an angry man."
Yeah, make no friendship with an angry man, man. Because you got some people that angry, they want to crash out, they want to dumb out. They want to dumb out like Maserati Fox used to say. Dumb out. Not Maserati Rick, Maserati Fox, you know, on the south side. Like a dumb out. He part of the dumb outs. Or dumb out, you know what I mean? You got niggas like that. Yo, I don't care about going to jail. I do. I don't want to be around men. I do, yo. If I'm using the bathroom, I'm on the toilet, I get uncomfortable when someone's outside of the door. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that person's in the bathroom. I don't want to be around niggas.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, you know, I don't want to be there.
It says, "Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go."
Yeah, because that person, either he gonna be a problem with you or put you in a problem. Because he one of them dudes I like to wild out. I had to distance myself from certain people that was like that in the world. They quick to snap and react and cause trouble. That got me in the situations in the world. Same individual when I was in the camp. I don't know. I was locked in the camp. I couldn't warn him about laughing. He was laughing, and you know I had love for this family member. But the Lord had it where I couldn't warn him. Like, yo, what you doing? Because I was locked in. Next Saturday he took a chest shot. That's how real this shit. That's how real this truth is. I was like, damn, I didn't warn him. Yeah. This is a matter of time, man.
It says, "Lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul."
Yeah, trap. And you are the sum of the company of the people you're around. After a while, man. You're that person. If you keep a company like that, man. If you hanging around slackers, you're gonna be a slacker. You know? You're around greaseballs, you're gonna become a greaseball.
It's Ecclesiastes 8. I start 8 and 1.
This truth, like I see, like just being around a brotherhood, and then when I see outside of the brotherhood, when I see like people being lazy and doing and shit like that, I get agitated, yo. You know what I mean? the truth of the brotherhood really wore off on me. Like I get annoyed. It's I don't say nothing, but I'm like, God damn, it's not that much hours in a day. Do something. You know what I mean?
Okay. Ecclesiasticus 8:1 says, "Strive not with a mighty man, lest thou fall into his hands."
Yeah, so situation like I was in the day. You know what I mean? One of them jail niggas, that's like one of the gang members, older dude. You know what I mean? Big, all that. You know what I mean? Situation like him. Shit probably wasn't going well for him. You know what I mean? He on some bullshit. You know what I mean? You know? You got niggas like that. You know? They trying to like jam up everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dudes like that, you just gotta avoid, you know?
Yeah.
You just gotta avoid. When you out and about in the world, you just gotta avoid niggas, bro.
Yeah.
They gonna stare at you. You know, just gotta keep it pushing. You know, 'cause niggas just be looking. Niggas got demons on them. They just looking.
You go in the store. You go in the store, yo. Look, you go in the store. Yo, who this nigga? Yo, you talking to Ishmael? Ishmael fucking your girl, your women, and for eggs, cheese, and milk.
And cigarettes.
For
loose cigarettes.
less than $50, but she'll tell you, oh, you don't got Louis, you don't got this, you can pay my rent. The Arab Ishmael motherfucker that's chewing that black shit, that got that black shit on his teeth, he fucking your women for less.
Me and Yazoo saw that.
And hiding his women.
Me and Yazoo saw that before. It was on the Sabbath too. I was at his crib. This was living on, over there, in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And,
I know the area. Yeah.
And we was in the store. We was buying a couple of beers, and we saw. I was like, whoa! And it was a time where they closed up the store, whereas you had to speak outside and get your shit outside. They put it through the thing that they turned in. Yeah. But we saw that they let the shit in. I'm like. She was looking at us like, like she already knew, we knew what was about to happen.
I recorded shit like that one time and Satan had the footage delete. Cause I was going to edit that shit up and make a video.
Yeah, but she knew in her spirit, and me and Yazoo looked at her like, she went in the store was closed. We outside buying, but she dated her in.
They wild bulls in the net too.
And she looked at us like she knew that.
Yeah,
that she knew that we knew what was about to happen.
Yeah.
They were about to run the train on her ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then, but they hide their women because, it's a funny shit I do. Since when you brothers see me drinking tea? Never, right? Yo, I used to go to the store and get tea just to see all like, yo, who this dude? I spark on conversations and shit. They see that the Israelite women feeling me. They start moving them on. I'm like, yo, what happened?
You won't see them.
Oh, they went to school. They didn't fucking go to school, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, this nigga just hated on me, man. What the fuck, yo?
They do that.
I was using that for my intro because when you brothers see me drinking tea.
Right.
When you brothers see me drinking tea with no sugar, none of that, never, right? So, yo, I was doing that shit on regular, yo, just to seem different. I'm sorry, brother.
It's all right. It's back in Sirach 8:15. It says, "Travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will."
But he gonna grind you or put you in situations, personal situations. I mean, my experience where I'm cool with people. Now they the best of my friends. To me, they give me a shirt off their back. If they got $1, they gonna split the dollar with me. But to the world, they gonna be menacing. They gonna be crazy. They gonna get at people, and this gonna put you in a beef in near-death situations. And it that happened to me when I was young. Well, there's the Lord that delivered me out of situations where I done got into it. I'm like, yo, I'm not no martial arts specialist and shit like this.
Right.
How the fuck I stood my own. I'm like, yo, it's not me. It's not my might. The Lord delivered me out of this situation. When I look at it now, You know what I mean?
Now,
But
yeah.
that person done put me in this situation. Now, he the coolest with you, but to the outside, you know what I mean? We got experience with that.
You got beef there.
He got beef with there. He'll get at this person, but he your best of your friend. He might shoot, stab this person, and get, you know. But,
Or he might just like, yo, walk me up here to the store real quick. And you go with the person, and he run into somebody he got beef with. Now you and his could get caught up in his nonsense.
another situation, one more thing. Like, I'll be talking to somebody. As soon as I finish talking to them, that person winds up. It has nothing to do with me. I didn't know what was going on. That person wound up getting shot. This happened a couple of times. So another family member was like, yo, you gotta be careful. People gonna start thinking you setting them up. So I had to just like, yo, what up? And keep it moving like that because these situations was happening too.
So it says, travel not by the way with a bold fellow, lest he become grievous unto thee, for he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly.
Yeah, perish with you. They doing stuff that you don't got no parts of. The first thing they say, yo, so you be like, yo, don't have that shit around me, don't have those bullets around me, don't have that gun around, nowhere around me. What, you scared? No, I'm not stupid. And you stupid. And you doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? The first thing a person say, oh, what you scared? No, I'm just not stupid.
Verse 16. Strive not with an angry man.
Yeah, you got the people that just love conflicts and shit, man. And they like to draw attention and be loud. They want to have the whole neighborhood know they got a dispute. You just gotta let them talk to themselves and just ignore their ass, man. So what? You might appear weak to somebody outside. Oh, he played you. No, he played himself. You know?
So strive not with an angry man, and go not with him into a solitary place.
Yeah, because you don't do that. Yo, what? Walk with me around the corner or whatever. Nah. Or go with them to do mischief or even a fight or whatever. Like, yo, nah, man. Go ahead.
Or he's trying to, so what up then? Yo, let's go around the corner. The corner. You know, like niggas got demons on them, man. Here you try to
play you out. They try to play you out of your because you proud and you don't want to seem weak,
right?
Or whatever. Nah.
Yep.
Because he got nothing else to lose. Yeah. You got niggas that say, yo, I don't care about getting locked up. Yeah, you might not, and then you got a safety net. You might have a stupid ass aunt or mother that'll keep sending your dumb ass money while that person get locked up. But here, you might lose your whole livelihood if you get locked up. You might lose your job, your crib, and your car, whatever you got, and be all fucked up. Well, you so-called self-sufficient. Well, he got a safety net. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Nah, you're right.
You got niggas that are dumb out because they got a safety net behind them. A worldly one.
So it says, strive not with an angry man, go not with him into a solitary place. It says, for blood is nothing in his sight.
No, it's not. Because he don't care. He got nothing to lose. The way he see the world is he ain't where he need to be at. He's lost. Everything he see is what is. So he's gonna crash out. That's gonna be his gratification. Win, lose, or draw, he's all right with that.
And where there is no help, he will overthrow thee.
Yeah, he'll overthrow you. It's a lose situation. Even if you come out on top, somebody gonna tell on you. Somebody he got a woman, his woman gonna testify against you. Or you might take the L. Either way, it's a lose situation when you look at, when you measure everything, you know what I mean? Like I measure everything, let's say we got into it, we got in a brawl, now I might get in trouble, you know what I mean? Now I might have war with the people around there, or the outcome didn't go in my favor and I might get mad where I want to go get Tootie, that plot, that gun, and go get revenge. I don't know, the Lord, I don't know, it might trigger me to go in the old school mode, the old man mode. All these things can happen in a split second. You know what I mean? And I had that. He see I had that look like. Whichever way it go, whatever you plan on doing. If I make it out, if I survive that situation, it's on. You know what I mean? I guess he's seen like how I look, like whether it is if I walk away, I'm on some revenge type shit. Whether it was, but God forbid, for thinking like that, or if I was thinking like that, but I de-escalate the situation by letting them keep blabbering it. I was continuing working. You know what I mean? You know, and that demon was mad that I kept working like you nothing. Like I look at him like he's nothing. That triggered.
Spiritual.
I'm sorry, brothers. I'm blabbering. With that, we like to give all praises to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kwakadash.
Shalom.